river, sing with the sea. And if you want to be one with the air, rage with the thunder and whisper to me when you're ready to become. Stand strong and surrender when you're ready to be one. If you want to be one with the earth, melt with the mountains, shift with the sand. And if you want to be one with the fire, burn all your bridges and reach for my hand when you're ready to become. Stand strong and surrender, ready to be one. Okay, I let it out of the bag. There's actually sign language that goes along with this song. We're going to teach it to you. Cross your fingers on your left hand and then cross your fingers on your right hand. The sign for ready looks like this. When you're ready, and then palms together, to become. Stand strong and surrender when you're ready to be one. Let's see if you can do it. Here we go. When you're ready to become, stand strong and surrender, ready to be one. If you want to be one with the infinite, spin with the planets, shine with the stars. And if you want to be one with the spirit, surrender. You already are ready. Show me the sign to become. Palms together. Stand strong and surrender, ready to be one more time, ready to become. Stand strong and surrender, ready to be one. If you want to be one, if you want to be one, if you want to be one.
Welcome. This is a service that traditionally people miss. The Sunday between Christmas and New Year's has always been kind of slim for membership, and it's really nice to have folks here. We have tripled our attendance from usual, so thank you very, very much. This is a church that's built on covenant, not creed. We're here in agreement of how we need to live this life instead of what we think happens after this. So we gather trying to have respect for people with differing paths and opinions. And to that end, whoever you are, whatever your age, race, origin, orientation, background, status, ability, identity, if you care to be here with us in mutuality, you are always welcome. And I believe we have one announcement.
Hey, good morning. As a lot of you know, we have been, several members of our church have been volunteering in different capacities with Louisiana Advocates for Immigrants in Detention, helping people that have been released, legal immigrants who are asylum seekers who have been released from detention to we either meet them at the airport and they leave right from there, or they may stay at the Highland Center for a few days. Anyway, there are about 8 guys, I believe, who are in town right now at the Highland Center, and the volunteers from over there are going to bring them over here tonight for a cookout. Apparently they're doing the cooking, so it should be fun, and we're inviting anybody that, if you don't already have New Year's plans, or you have plans you want to ditch and do something else, by all means, join us. It'll be 6:30. Weather depending, we'll probably be out in the Grove with a fire, but you'll find us. We'll be somewhere on the premises, not that big. So please join us. Thanks.
So here on the threshold of a new year, we invite you to relax into a spirit of worship, which means elevating and contemplating matters of worth. If you'll join me, you can remain seated, but join me in singing, "Come, Come, Whoever You Are." Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. Now I'm going to raise it up. Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Come, yet again come. If this is your first time here or your 101st time here, we're glad to have you. If you carry the weight of a weary world on your shoulders, or if you entered through the doors with a song in your heart and a skip in your step, we're glad you're here. If you are the loudest voice in the town square or the subtle hand behind the scenes, we're glad you're here. If you failed once or 1,000 times, we're glad you hear. If you sing like angels or mumble behind the hymnal, we're glad you're here. This community is what it is because of your presence. So welcome. Welcome into this space of what we aspire to have be loving, supportive, just, compassionate fellowship. We're glad you're here. Is there anyone who'd like to lead the first half of our chalice lighting? Why, thank you. We do appreciate it.
We light this chalice
Chalice,
to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is a church of the open mind. This is a church of the helping hands. This is a church of the loving heart. Together with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other.
Thank you. Every endeavor begins with a first step and encounters darkness and difficulty along the way. We know the darkness of ignorance, of fear, and of tyranny. Yet we know the dawning of the light, the beginning of hope, and the renewal of life. Blessed be the eternal power which inspires us to light these lights, and blessed be the source of light in every life. May it be so. Would you rise in body or spirit and say with me the unison affirmation as you are willing? Love is the doctrine of this church, and the quest for truth is its sacrament. Service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. Please remain standing for our opening hymn. This has a few different words than usual. So, one more step, we will take one more step till there is peace for us
can keep the slide up for a little bit. Who has noticed this picture in the foyer? Yeah? Who knows who they are? Who are they, Ava? Not the building, but the church. They are the founders of the congregation. They go back way before this building. Anybody remember their names? It's on the slide. Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh, it is. You're right. It is on the slide, on the little picture. Clara and Philip Lieber. Yeah, that's right. And the story begins when their daughter, Harriet, wanted to get married. And they were a Jewish family, and Harriet was Jewish, and the gentleman she wanted to marry was a Methodist. And this was in the late 40s. I'd say this was 47 to 48, 1947 to 48. And guess what happened when they tried to get married in Shreveport? No one would do that. No one would
do the service.
No one would do the service. No one would do the service without requiring that one or the other convert to the other faith. Neither of them wanted that. I had parents of different faiths where no one converted, so I understand this family dynamic. And so finally, they gave up, went to a justice of the peace, and then went on a wedding trip to Boston, where they visited the American Unitarian Association, which back then, that was before the Unitarians and the Universalists merged in 1961. So this started out as a Unitarian church. So they brought back some literature to her parents, Clara and Philip, and they got really interested. And so in 1948, they began to have small meetings in their home or in various people's home, depending. There was a small group of people who were very interested in kind of a forward-thinking, more inclusive type of faith tradition. And so what happened is after meeting in people's homes for a while, then in 1950, they affiliated with the American Unitarian Association. What? You're going to take the rest. Okay. All right. So you have heard the story of Clara and Philip and why they had the idea to create this congregation. And it's one of the reasons that we love our multi-faith partnerships so much. We love World Religion Day. We love interfaith because we believe in this working together, in this partnership of faith traditions without giving up what is most precious to you. So thank you. And today the kids are going to make snack bags that we give to the immigrants when they come to the airport before they get on the plane. So they have a little something to eat. They're going to put those together with Miss Kathy and Mr. Mike. And we appreciate y'all so much. And we'll sing the children out. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
Thank you, Miss Susan. I'd like to invite you to take a couple of deep, easy breaths. Let your thoughts and your body get to the same space. Let go of the expectations placed on you by others and those that you put on yourself. Drop for a moment, just for this time, the guilt and the shame, not to shrink from accountability, but in an honest expectation of the possibility of full forgiveness. Let go of the thing you said the other day. Let go of the thing you dread about next week. Be here in this moment. Just breathe. Before the sacred and unsearchable source and mystery of life, we lift our spirits in gratitude and reverence. As we pause from our regular rhythms of rushing around, we open ourselves to new perspectives and possibilities. We give thanks for these moments and for whatever wisdom they might afford us. May they help bring us together in the sacred dynamics of life, so that we as individuals and as members of a community might reach our full potential. As we make one new step, as tomorrow we step across the threshold of a new year, let it be a year of greater awe and gratitude, of deeper kindness and acceptance, and more courageous acts of conviction for a kinder, more equitable, and sustainable world is not only possible, she's on her way. And in the quietness of this sacred community, we can ever hear her breathing. May each earnest effort we make meet with grace and find fertile ground for peace, for compassion, for truth, and for wholeness. Relax just for a moment in the quiet. or celebrations. We light candles for things that touch our hearts. Anyone is welcome.
If you want your dream to be, build it slow and surely. Small beginnings, greater ends. Heartfelt work grows purely. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly. Do few things, but do them well. Simple joys are holy. Day by day, stone by stone, build your secret slowly. Day by day, you'll grow too, you'll know heaven's glory. If you want your dream to be, build it slow and surely. Small beginnings, greater ends. Heartfelt work grows purely. If you want to live life free, take your time, go slowly.
This year, 2023, which is about to end, marked 75 years since the Liebers stepped out, called some friends that they thought might share their idea that the lines between people of different faiths shouldn't be so rigid and uncrossable, and invited them into their home. The Liebers found that need and took an action to address it. Each and every step we take for good changes the dynamics of the world and our lives and even the universe. In however small a way, or to what extent, we shall never know. For a number of years, this service was conducted by a man who was the person who located the property. he would tell the story of finding the property and do some other things in the service. But that was the midpoint of the story, almost exactly from where we are now. In between all of that, the Liebers challenged the people they were meeting with to match up to $7,500 that they contributed. Back in the 50s, that was a lot of money. And together they were able to buy a property on the Shreveport-Barksdale Highway. Before that, from the 50s and 60s, they met in different places like the Junior League House on Azalea Drive, the old Playhouse on Centenary College campus, the Beck Building, which was the first high-rise in downtown Shreveport, and in 1956, they met in the B'nai Zion Temple, which you see if you drive into downtown on Line Avenue and Common Street, which is also Ellerby Road, one street with multiple names. If you just drive straight into town, you see this beautiful building that's been abandoned for decades that we met in for a while. Then they started renting a place on Jordan Street. My friend's named Jordan. The street's called Jordan. I grew up here and I still can't get them straight. Anyway, as Miss Susan pointed out, we affiliated with the Unitarian Association, but in 51, 50 or 51, 50, I guess. And the merger of Unitarians and Universalists happened in 61. The building that was built on Shreveport-Barksdale won an architectural award. And we stayed there until the attendance of the membership on a weekly basis, they were jammed into that building. I started attending before they left the Shreveport-Barksdale building. This building was dedicated in 1986, but plans for it went on for a while. That's the halfway point between when the Liebers started meeting and where we are now. In the 70s, in the 70s, we were able to call our first seated pastor. We've gone through a number of phases with leadership since then, but we are again at a pivotal point in the life of this congregation where every single step, every single member makes a difference. We're again figuring out who we want to be in this community and as a community. We've come a long way. We've made a lot of difference in this city, and we have been battered by all sorts of things since we got into this building. The first of which was the oil crash, which took most of the deep pockets out of Shreveport. But there have just been occasions since then that have made being a Unitarian Universalist in Shreveport complicated, difficult. And joining with Northern and Central Louisiana Interfaith, which I think at this point is just Northern Louisiana, North Louisiana Interfaith, it's changed names too, lives into our dream. Because we are a smaller congregation compared to some of the larger ones, the best practices insist that we join efforts with other religious institutions to accomplish major things. Changing the bus schedule in Shreveport, getting tax exemptions away from people who don't qualify for them in the first place at the state level, in the city level, in the parish level. We've done some mighty work with these other organizations. We have been a part of the World Religion Celebration since its beginning here in Shreveport, and we try to carry that forward also. It's very easy in these times to get weary and to lose hope, to lose sight of the fact that we really can make a difference. When was the last time you made a phone call to someone you thought shared your ideas about inclusion of some sort? To invite them to meet with you about that. Talk about that. And I'm not trying to say political ideas. The lyric that I adapted this morning for One More Step talks about speaking one true word. And some of the meditations that I read each morning talk about making a difference often needs to start with our anger, but if it stays in our anger, it quits being productive. We have to grow our own spirits to a point where that anger moves beyond the anger into love that incorporates even the people we disagree with, so that they can maybe hear us when we speak. And so maybe we can hear them when they speak and understand what's underneath the things that fire us into just being like this all the time. There's so much that we can do, making one little step when we see a need that needs to be filled, like the Liebers did. Learning to coexist with people here who don't think like us has always been a challenge. We do it, and we keep coming back to it. There's always been a little friction between the mystics and the people who have not had those experiences. We come back over and over to the table to talk and to laugh and share. We come back to stretch our own hearts and grow us into all we can be. I thank you for being here. I invite you to sing with me the closing hymn. If you'll rise in body or spirit. I don't know what key this is originally written in. I hope you can sing it here. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land. Come and go with me to that land where I'm bound. There'll be freedom Oh, y'all are great. Here we are at the brink of a new year. We know that New Year's, what are those promises called? Resolutions are kind of ridiculous. But we can resolve in our hearts that each day we want to have the courage to look for the places there's a little bit of a need. Look for a place where it might be challenging to speak the truth. And speak one more true word, make one more step towards kindness and compassion, deeper understanding, and greater love in a world that needs us. Happy New Year. May all of us find blessings along our way with abundance and peace and good health. Amen. So be it. Blessed be. Go in peace.
If you want your dream to be, take your time, go slow. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work goes purely. If you want to live like dream, take your time, go slow. Do few things, but do them well. Heartfelt work grows purely. Day by day, stone by stone,